I know, thanks to Maddie, and thanks to me, that we're slowly but surely getting into Warhammer. Like, people have bought kits, people have put them together. We've had a session together where we've painted our little guys.
I know some of the factions. Yeah,
some of the factions. So I think it'd be really funny. Now, there are great videos like on the internet that go over the factions in detail. I don't want to do that.
No, I don't want that. I mean, I've watched the 20-hour videos.
Yeah.
I've went through the whole series.
Good.
I retained fucking shit all. Cool. But I did it.
So I just want to go through some of Warhammer 40K as a layman, as like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm probably going to get a lot of stuff wrong.
From which direction are we coming? Are we coming from worst or best?
No,
or personal favorite.
Not even
tidbit.
No, not even that. Just like
Throw a dark.
Just like understanding what the hell Warhammer even is, and like I kind of want to just gush about like stuff that I think is super cool, and I don't know enough about it, and I need to know more about it. Like, okay, so just to start it off, there is a faction called the Blood Angels.
Yeah,
and their Primarch, their leader, that was created by the Emperor of Mankind.
Yeah, they all are.
All right. Well, I gotta stop. We gotta build.
No, I'm gonna act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh,
even if I don't.
Oh, well, if you have questions, I hope you parse them so I can get them wrong and people can yell at me.
Yeah. That's the crux.
Like, that's what
everything that we do.
Yeah, exactly.
This information will be wrong.
There's a guy named Sanguinius, and like,
which is Blood Angel. It's so funny.
Well,
like did the name Blood Angel come from him being Sanguinius, or did he change his name because he was a edgy kid?
As I understand it, most of the names of the Primarch come from wherever they land. So let me back up.
Chicken and egg scenario.
It's a chicken and egg scenario. Naming conventions in Warhammer are not subtle at all.
Yeah.
Take the Iron Hands, led by Ferrus Manus.
That one could fly under the radar.
You could, but if you have even a slight understanding of any Latin whatsoever,
that one would go over my head.
The Iron Hand,
I wouldn't catch that. Sanguine, I got.
Yeah,
Ferrus Manus, no.
They're great names.
Oh yeah, no. Wait, well, I mean, they're not all of them do that.
No. Perturabo is not. Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to think. See, this is how bad I am. What is the Thousand Sun Primarch? I already forgot. Magnus, which is like a sick name.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with Egypt.
No, but it has everything to do with like magic and sorcery, which is all of his shit.
I mean, I guess
Magnus.
So.
I mean, short of calling him fucking Merlin.
That would have been funny.
A Primarch called Merlin? Yeah, that would be.
Or like
cool.
Name him like Pharos or something. That would be.
Well, you have Pharos. You have Ferrus Manus. But it's slightly different, I imagine.
Slightly, but it's still like 1,000 Suns. Well, I mean, sorry, if we're gonna get into 1,000 Suns, that's the best faction. 100% the best faction.
Traitor.
But and what about it?
Magnus did.
But they changed their entire theme, right? Like between the heresy and in 40K, they just completely rebrand.
Well, okay. Let's do a little introductory kind of thing. The Imperium of Man, which is what humanity becomes sometime in like I think the third, prior to the 30th millennia. Mm. So like the world gets fucked over.
Yeah, that means it does.
And the Emperor appears because he's been on Earth the entire time. He was created, and maybe we'll get into like how
does he do it? Does he destroy the Earth?
No, he lets humanity do it himself.
Oh, so he just fills the power vacuum once everything's said and done.
Pretty much. Okay. So the world goes along its natural course because humans will, eat each other over nothing, right?
Yeah.
Really apocalyptic kind of version of it. And he's been around since prehistory, right? He was created alongside like a bunch of human shamans. So like, you know how you love your Graham Hancock and you love like ancient history that's prehistory.
Love stuff that you can't corroborate.
You can't corroborate, but like the whole cool thing about it is like the idea of like the mushrooms and everything, and like that led to an enlightenment or like a higher brain function kind of thing. Homo sapiens or whatever genus it was learning to. Sapiens. Was it?
Well, that's a completely different topic. We can get into that.
Whatever it was that learned to walk upright was able to support its brainstem and grow their brain. Well, so the idea
is he that old?
Yeah.
I thought he was like...
Okay.
How old? When was this guy made?
Prehistory, so I don't have a year.
Are we talking like Warhammer era? Like Age of Sigmar type?
No,
before that,
because Age of Sigmar, that's a really funny story. I don't really know where the Emperor fits into the Age of Sigmar, because the Age of Sigmar is like, I've heard it been called, it's in the same timeline in canon, but seemingly has almost no bleed over to 40k, except for the ruinous powers, except for the demons like Nurgle and Tzeentch.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah. But essentially, the Emperor came to be when a bunch of these shamans, Goku spirit bombed their souls into a singular being, and that became the Emperor. As far as I understand, I'm probably wrong.
Well, hey, you keep going. I do want to know when this guy was made.
So, the Emperor is made, and he eventually learns about how he was created, and he kind of takes a back line and stays away from like the spotlight of humanity and lets all of the known history of humanity happen, and then some, and then we get into like a scarred Mad Max dystopia world that is Earth.
Yeah.
And then he presents himself, does something to create these not space marines, but like prototype space marines. I forget what they're called, but fuck it.
The clones.
They're not clones yet.
Oh.
Those will come later.
I did look it up.
Yeah.
Said to have been born, which I love that's like not even like confirmed. Like said to have been born around 8000 BC in ancient Anatolia, which is modern day Turkey. There we go. Which is hilarious to me. Yeah, you're 100% right. That does fit into my shit that I like. I am playing 1,000 Suns for a reason.
So he takes over the planet.
Just
he Alexanders, and he's
you probably knew the guy, apparently.
Well, probably.
That's so funny. So what was he doing for 20,000 years?
Staying out of the limelight, I imagine. Just, I'm gonna hold on, let them cook. They cooked the planet.
Is he behind all the UFO sightings?
No, I don't. Maybe. I don't think so. I imagine in Warhammer, those are actual for real Xenos.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
So
he's chilling, like the Emperor of Mankind's chilling with Atlantis, waiting for shit to go down.
Yeah, kinda.
That's awesome. I like that.
So like fast forward, untold number of years. It probably is told, but I don't know. So
it's said to have been.
He builds up and collectively takes all the different factions on the planet Earth and brings them under his control by destroying religion, destroying ideology, destroying just like no.
I vote for him.
But that's the thing. He has this overwhelming presence. He's like a 10, 12 foot tall god being.
Right, yeah.
Right? So he's got that going for him. With glowing yellow eyes and wreathed in gold armor. He looks like if you put Jesus of Nazareth's fucking head onto a Space Marine doll, and he's just rocking out, right? He's the most metal, amazing, like, godlike being, but he doesn't want you to worship him as a god. He's like, no, that's stupid.
That's good. That's Christ-like.
Let me just do everything to make it seem like I'm a god.
No.
There's a great short story in one of the books about called The Last Church. And I love it. I love it in Warhammer because anytime the Emperor shows up, it's literally the same story of some guy shows up to a place, because he can change his form and everything like that. And he starts having a conversation with the priest, and they have this really interesting discussion of like an agnostic versus a believer, and like saying like what the good of religion is for. And like Big E is like, look, for all the good it does 10 times as bad, so I need to get rid of it if we're going to actually do anything accomplishment. And the priest is just like, okay, but you're probably just going to end up right back here anyway, because it's in our nature to want to believe in a higher thing. And I'm like, I am that higher thing. Yeah. I'm him. I am always been.
You don't have to believe I'm here.
If you don't believe, we have a problem. But
I'm sure there's non-believers.
Well, that's the interesting thing, right? Because like we fast forward to like 30K, right? We get the Emperor, and he set up the Empire of Man, the Imperium. He set up the his military forces, the Astra Militarum. It's probably called something that before that, but like he gets everything together successfully. He leaves Earth. He goes to the moon, colonizes that. He goes out to the different like planets in our solar system. And when he gets to Mars, the thing is, during that time where the Earth got blown up, there has been space travel. Like there have been other humans and cultures and civilizations that have gone to the stars and gone to colonize other planets.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right? So his idea is, I have to go and reclaim all of humanity and bring them all under one thing, because it's humanity's destiny to reach across the stars and control everything. That's what we're supposed to do.
He went to the Elon Musk school of space travel.
Pretty much. But also, like, he's aware of all the other entities that are out there in space.
So yeah. When do the Xenos, like how early does he know about those? Like I imagine Tyranids are probably the last ones.
Yeah, so Tyranids come from a different
because they're like creeping in.
Yeah, they're from like the outer edges of like the known universe, right?
So you're the Emperor. You're fighting off other Xenos. You're fighting off demons and stuff, and then you find out about the Tyranids.
That's the crazy thing. I don't think he was technically around for when the Tyranids started to show up, because remember, there's a big thing. There's a big heresy that a guy named Horus did that puts his ass in a chair for the rest of time.
Well, he's still like around.
He's a skeleton hooked up to a golden throne.
Does he have thoughts? Is he in charge still?
Okay. So, all right. Yes and no.
All right, pick a side.
Well, no, it's more complicated than that. So, skipping a bunch of shit where he...
Yeah, no, we don't need a full...
No, but skipping a bunch of shit. He creates the Primarchs. They go on a great crusade to, like, recapture humanity and kill Xenos, aliens.
Yeah.
And take their shit, right? So, eventually, Horus does a heresy. And we can get into that, but...
I feel like we'll have to, because I have some thoughts on the heresy,
and I'm going through the books right now. But spoilers. Horus does a heresy, and he fucks up the Emperor and dies in the process. The Emperor is dying, and the people around him are like, "Oh shit! What do we do?" Hook him up to the throne. Hook him up to the golden throne he's been building and just plug his shit into him.
So he's in the ICU.
Kinda, for the rest of time. And his body rots away.
Yeah, my question though is like, sure, we can get into the philosophy of life and unlife, but like, is he calling shots? Or is everything just on autopilot?
Everything is basically on autopilot because... End all be all, he does have an effect on the world, because if he were to actually for real be dead and gone, space travel wouldn't work anymore. A lot of their magic wouldn't work anymore.
So he's a battery. He's less of like an actual leader.
Yeah, he's a generator that we don't know how to work anymore.
Just keep him on.
I think there's some lore where they sacrifice what are called psychers, which are just humans that have psychic ability. Makes sense.
My whole
they sacrifice like 1,000 of them a day to like feed his undying soul and give him like energy.
The hungry boy.
Yeah, and he's been going for an entire millennia of doing that shit. Where by the time we're at, I think we're in the 41st right now. But
so Horus Heresy
is in 30K.
So 10 millennia.
Yeah,
long
time. So he's been dead.
Just hilarious the time scale of this universe.
The Horus Heresy only like I think it only happens for like maybe 100 years.
It's quick. It's a quick heresy.
Quick. Oh well, actually, no. It might be like 10. It might be something like 10 because you got to remember Horus is the guy. He's one of the Primarchs that Big E is like.
What's his faction again?
Horus?
Yeah.
Well, he was part of. He was given command of a legion of Space Marines called the Lunar Wolves.
Not the Space Wolves.
Not the space. Yeah, we're gonna run into a lot of that issue. He was given a faction called the Lunar Wolves, and they fucking love Horus Lupercal, which is his full name. Eventually, the crusade is going on. Everything is working like a well-oiled machine. Horus has proven his chops. And Biggie is like, okay, Daddy has to go home. I've got some projects in the garage I need to work on. I can't tell you about them. Horus is in charge. There's 20 Primarchs. There's 18 because 2 of them have been erased from history. Some of them really, really, really like Horus because he's just as charismatic and wonderful as Big E himself. Yeah. Some of them don't like him because some of them are the most some of them are like some of the most maladjusted fucking people in the world.
That's Warhammer in a nutshell, right? Like everybody's bad. There are no good. I think the Tau might be the best.
Yeah. So faction, and even them, they're like a lie.
Yeah. No, they have. Everybody's got problems.
Here's the thing. You're a cheerleader for your faction. What you like about your faction makes them the best.
Well, I mean, like on a morality scale, they all seem to be shit people.
Yeah.
Just across the board.
I mean,
there's no one who's like, moral right, that's what we're fighting for. They're like, nope, blood of our enemies. That seems to be
greater good is the Tau.
The Emperor of Mankind fucked everything up for everyone for all time.
But also saved it.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a sliding scale.
That is an argument.
He was doing good for a long time.
I have to know.
Yeah.
I have to know. You know more about Warhammer than I do, obviously. Mm-hmm. What is the one faction you would delete if you could? Ooh. Just delete from the lore. You hate it. You can't stand it.
See, here's the thing. We've talked about something like this before, and I bet you could guess which one, and you'd be so close to being right, but you'd be wrong.
I don't even want to guess.
So, like, my first gut reaction before I knew more about them were the orcs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like you don't fit at all. Yeah. But I'm like, no, you actually do fit. You actually do. So the orcs totally fit in Warhammer. Mm-hmm. They fill, like, almost all of the factions fill like a niche. But if I did have to get rid of one of them.
Here, while you're thinking, I'll tell you mine.
Yeah.
Adeptus Mechanicus.
Really?
Yes, and I like their aesthetic. I like all the art that comes out of them. There's just something on a fundamental level about, I don't know, the tech fetish. I'm not like they worship the machine itself or the god in the machine. There's something about them that I just don't like. Fundamentally, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of cyborgs. And you know, it's funny you said orcs, because my gut reaction was to say orcs too.
Because they're so different. They're so different from.
I don't like how they talk.
I would honestly, I really love the aesthetic of the Tau, and I love Farsight, which is my guy in red over there. I really liked his books. I like the lore of the Tau, but there's part of me that, like, if I could change your question a little bit, instead of like what would I like to be like erased. I don't honestly think I'd get rid. Maybe a Space Marine faction. Honestly, maybe one Space Marine faction.
Which would it be? Gun to your head.
People love the Space Wolves, but like I'm just kind of blasé about them.
Get them out of here.
I like the Ultramarines more than I like the Space Wolves.
I have a petty reason for not liking Space Wolves, which is just that their minis get so much love from the manufacturer, and the Thousand Suns gets nothing.
And you have a and yeah, because
that's my petty real life reason for not liking them.
Yeah,
but not in universe. I mean, I guess
they're still cool.
They got dogs. Everyone loves dogs.
They got big ass wolves. Like dire wolves ain't shit next to fucking Space Wolves.
Like that's fun.
Like I would get rid of them, and like I still think they're rad as hell. They're just not for me.
Yeah,
you know. Some people might say like
a wolf on a battlefield against
the wolf is the size of a
mech.
fucking Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Like that's still good.
That's cool as shit.
You have two Space Marines though. It's probably the wolf's probably
the Space Marines riding the fucking thing.
I mean, like you're fighting when you're fighting like a legion of demons. I think logically in my head, the wolves aren't going to last too long. Did the wolves get armor? Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, like
you put a wolf in like Space
Marine armor, probably wouldn't be as good.
I need to see it though.
Here's the thing though, like as cool as the Space Wolves are, there are factions that are just infinitely cooler in the same team. Because they're a loyalist Marine, right? Like during the Heresy, like you get a split between the different Primarchs and their factions.
Yeah.
And you get Space Wolves who are still around, but we don't know where Lena
like
Russ is.
codified as like the goodest
Loyalists.
Yeah.
They're loyal to the Emperor. Good
protagonist.
Sure.
Faction.
Compared to like Ultramarines are the good guys protagonists. Yeah. The blue guys with the Omega symbol or the Omega symbol, I think. The toilet seat.
Yes. The horseshoe.
The horseshoe, yeah.
The horseshoe heresy.
Fucking sling that across the thing. You know what? It kind of was a horseshoe heresy because they got close, but didn't quite, hit a ringer.
Now I just want to paint a bunch of Ultramarines green with the horseshoe logo.
Well, you have a couple green factions that are Space Marines. You got the Salamanders.
I don't know anything about any green
Space Marines.
Yeah.
Salamanders.
Well, there's so many Space Marines.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different chapters.
My brain like tries to attach to ones that like have something special about them.
Right.
At a certain point, Games Workshop.
Yeah.
They just wanted to sell more Space Marines, so they're like, these ones are this color.
Well, the game has been around for more than like 40 years at this point, right?
Yeah.
So it's been around for so long that they have to keep adding factions, and like we can always sucker.
Yeah, they don't have to like manufacture anything different.
They do because they update.
Inevitably, they did.
Yeah,
but like when they wanted to sell more Space Marines, they were like, "Hey, there's 10 factions. They're just different colors, so just paint them whatever you."
Essentially, yeah, and the idea of like the two missing Primarchs is like fan fiction. So you could have one fan fiction loyalist faction versus a fan fiction.
Explain that. I don't
chaos.
know what that is.
What
do you mean missing Primarch?
There are 20 I mean 18. Because
just a gap in the lore?
Okay, get this. This is a great tangent within the tangent. There are 20 Primarchs, and these are genetically engineered superhumans that are supposed to be like, the sons of the Emperor. Right? So, get this. We know about Horus. We know about the Horus Heresy. We don't know whatever the fuck those two did to get them wiped off the face of the planet, off of all of the time. Okay.
So it's an opportunity for the fans to do.
Essentially. This is your fan fiction Space Marine faction, whether it be loyalist or chaos or traitor.
I like that.
Which it's
or
cool.
a secret third option.
But the secret third option is called the Alpha Legion.
Explain.
The Alpha Legion is arguably one of the best looking Space Marine factions. They have this cool, like, scaled metal blue, teal, like seafoam green aesthetic kind of thing that kind of shimmers. And their entire thing is, I don't know what side they're on. Because sometimes the Alpha Legion will show up and help loyalists. Sometimes they'll show up and help Xenos. Sometimes they'll show up and help Chaos. You never really know what they're doing. And also, they have one Primarch, but they have two Primarchs. Because it's Alferus Omegon. And if you ask any of the Space Marines what their name is, they will tell you, I am Alfarius. So I don't fucking know what...
So they're a cult.
And they all look the same. Hence the clones I was talking about. Like, they may all be clones of the same guy.
Interesting.
Which, here's the thing. The way that all the Space Marines work and how you become a Space Marine is, like, you get your gene seed. You get your genetics, like, forcibly implanted into a regular person.
Less clone and more just genetic manipulation.
Yeah, essentially.
Like, they still have variation. They still have genetic variation.
Yeah.
They're not one-for-one clones. But it sounds like these Alpha Marines might be one-for-one clones.
Possibly.
Quite cool.
Quite possibly.
I would love that. I mean,
it's cool.
Yeah, it's like,
because they look great.
There's no room for Star Wars in this conversation, but you know, I love ideas of clones so much, like clone armies. Yeah, just because it adds a tinge of moral dilemma with my
clones are way better than stormtroopers, hands down.
Yeah.
Like, every version of the clone army is better than any version of the Empire.
Yeah. So a Space Marine clone army versus like Space Wolves.
Everyone.
I take the clones 100%. I take the clones and I kick the Space Wolves to the goddamn curb.
They also look cooler. They have like this cool like dragon, not salamander, but like scaled like chameleon.
Like that's super cool.
It's a cool.
I love scale mail and scale armor of any kind.
But it's on top of their what their metal is called ceramite.
There must be a bitch to paint, man. That sounds tough.
I don't know. They're not my faction, luckily.
No. My faction has enough. Yeah, let's talk about my faction for a second, because I under. If we were talking about the Horus Heresy era, honestly, I'd kick Thousand Suns out on aesthetics alone. Their Horus Heresy aesthetic, look like? They're fucking red.
Yeah.
With zero Egyptian iconography of any kind. It's so upsetting. Like, when I was like deep diving them, I found that out and I was like, who greenlit this? Don't even try to justify it. It's not. You look at what they are now. And look at what they were. How do you have this big of a contrast? Like, at some point in the last 10,000 years, they went, guys, we need to rebrand. we can't be. There's Blood Angels. There's I forget.
Dark Angels.
There's the Xenos that are red. I forget which.
Night Lords.
I like. There's so many reds. We need a blue and yellow. There's not enough blue and yellow.
Honestly, I don't hate this iteration of them, but
I cannot stand
they do look better now.
I can't say my headcanon, which there's probably actual lore of why they got redesigned, but my incorrect headcanon is that after they all got murdered, accidentally murdered. Oh man, I'm blanking on my own faction's names.
Magnus.
The other guy, the guy who actually deleted.
Oh,
Araman. Yeah.
Araman.
After I feel like it was Araman's decision. after he deleted everybody, there was just not really anyone to say, "Hey, no."
Well,
and so he was like, I got an idea. I like these colors. Magnus comes back and he's like, "Oh, you redesigned." And you're like, "Yes," and that's all we did. That's the only thing that happened. Do not ask. Well, don't talk to any of the Marines.
The real sad part about Thousand Sons is the fact that it really didn't need to go down that way.
Oh, every single part of Thousand Son lore is just traumatic.
Yeah,
Magnus's entire story of confronting the Emperor and getting turned into a demon, being tricked by Zeech, every single. Then he comes home and his entire following's dead.
In husks, shells.
They're just literally armor walking around. It's traumatic. It's the Lucifer of Warhammer.
The fallen sun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You could say that for Magnus. You could say that for Horus as well.
He just wanted to do good. Magnus wanted to be the best, and it made some bad decisions.
Yeah.
And I fully blame Araman. Magnus's decisions to get them in that spot, one thing. Araman unilaterally ruins the fact.
Kind of picked up the ball and took it home, right? Yeah. Hey, I don't even know exactly what he did.
I forget the exact details, but in a nutshell, he was trying to... I think he was also tricked by Zinch, but he was trying to get more power. He was doing a ritual on everybody in order to make them more powerful, and he ended up selling their souls to Zinch.
Yeah, that'll happen.
And straight up killing them, they're just dead. There's nobody in there anymore.
It's rough.
It's just you open up the armor and it's dust.
I don't know. Thousand Sons got it bad. I don't think anybody has it as bad as the fucking World Eaters, though. World Eaters got it rough. At least Angron got it really rough.
Hey, at least they have faces still.
Actually, you know what? No, Fulgrim got it the worst, I think.
What happened to Fulgrim?
Okay, so Fulgrim is the Primarch of the Emperor's Children. And the Emperor's Children were these, super obsessed with the idea of perfection. We are the Emperor's Children. We are the best faction. We are the representation of perfection. We must be perfect in every aspect. And there's this whole idea of once the fighting is done, we're going to have to become, rulers, and, we're going to have to become something other than soldiers. So we must perfect ourselves. And you get people in the Ultramarines, you get Bute Gilliman, who's I'm going to teach my sons how to be diplomats, and how to be builders, and how to be philosophers and functional members of society. Yeah. Fulgrim is art. Become artists. The extravagancy, the wealth, the beauty, and finding perfection in mastery of all that kind of stuff. So during the heresy, Fulgrim is a jealous...
He seems pompous as hell already.
He is a pompous, jealous asshole.
This man is pretentious.
He is so up his own ass sideways, it's insane. So the long and short of it is he makes the decisions he does to join Horus because he found an alien race that he was exterminating, because that's what they do. And they were... He goes into what is essentially their church or cathedral, and they're essentially having a horrible blood orgy. And
essentially.
I read the book. I don't know how to describe.
I don't need any further details.
There aren't many, other than it's horrible.
You get to that section of the book and they're just asterisk, trust us, it bad, and then continue.
So you know how and there's a lot of snake iconography and stuff like that. Because the race is all snakes and stuff. Yeah. And it also the foreshadowing.
Thousand Sons have a snake on their arm.
Yeah, but Fulgrim became a snake.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
This is before or after the blood orgy?
After, because he picks up this sword that's in the middle of it, and it starts talking to him.
Oh,
and he doesn't realize. I'm doing finger quotes. Yeah. He doesn't realize that this internal dialogue that he has with himself, finger quotes again, spouting a whole bunch of doubt and deceit, is making him like go crazy.
A little insane Zane.
Yeah, a little bit actually for our Mistborn fans out there.
Little Cosmere foreshadowing.
Yeah, it's very close to Zane actually.
Yeah.
Another force is
this is totally me, and it's not.
It's not you at all,
yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got fooled. So the worst thing that happens to him is like he starts doing all this, and like their chaos god is Slanesh, which is all about excess.
That's what I was about to ask. Is it actually the sword, or is it like Slanesh?
Well, the sword is a demon. You get a lot of like demons because demons from the warp can't exist in the prime material plane.
But it's not like one of the big ones. It's just a demon.
It's like a demon lord.
Okay.
It's like a like it's a bigger deal because he takes over a Primarch. Like, essentially what he does is like he goes so guilty and so batshit insane that like all his folks are going insane and insane in the Zane brain. That he finally like gives himself over to this demon, and the demon locks his consciousness inside of his own head, fully conscious of what the demon is doing, and the demon is just going around parading himself as Fulgrim, to the point that Horus has already like started on the heresy, and Fulgrim walks in and he's just like, "You seem different." It's like, "Yeah, I am." What did you do to Fulgrim? Don't worry, he's still in there, and if I get tired of hearing him scream, I'll let him go. But I'm not going to do it anytime soon. And then he, like all the demon Primarchs, they just eventually start to physically change.
Yeah.
So he becomes this mass coiled snake creature. It's rad as hell.
Although that mini's probably sick as fuck.
It is sick as fuck. It's super cool.
Yeah,
he's a big fucking snake monster. He's got like wings and he's got multiple arms and a long tongue and shit.
Well, he sounds like Magnus.
Well,
but
Magnus is more of like an owl.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, he's got 6 swords, it looks like.
He's cool as fuck. He's fucking cool.
Oh wow.
Oh
wow, he's got one arm is just a spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the demon factions are the best looking.
They go cool. They go hard.
Aesthetically pleasing. They're I mean, you don't want to be like, ooh, demons, but like, dude, every single model I look at, like the detail is just like, you know what? This doesn't have enough eyes. There's not enough spikes on this.
I need another blade.
There needs to be more mouths.
Yeah.
Just even like the World Eaters, like just like the mouths on the like torsos. For no reason.
I love the World Eaters
They're
so much.
They're so fun.
I love Angron. Well, that's another thing. It seems like all the Traitor Legions, like all the people, everybody that went Traitor had pretty much a pretty good reason to go Traitor. Angron.
Yeah, that's what I make jokes, but like, I'm not gonna.
Biggie's a bad dad. Let's put that.
Yeah, like there are no good guys, but the reasons are thoroughly justified. Like, yeah, you wanna go off and try to overthrow this guy, or at least do something different. Go.
You want
do something.
You want the short version of what happened to Angron?
Yeah.
He was a slave who was made to fight in the gladiatorial pits of the planet. Became a leader of his slave brothers and sisters.
Little Spartacus.
Little gladiator action, yeah. And he does so well that he gains a group of people together. Eventually, he tries to stop listening and tries to escape multiple times. So they start jamming these spikes in his brain that fuck with his like cognitive functions. So
yeah, I imagine it would.
Well, they make him like, if he is feeling anything other than blood boiling rage, he is feeling pain. So any thoughts besides being pissed off, pain.
They made him into Darth Vader.
Kind of. So even with that going on, he escapes, and he brings an army of his other slaves, and they go and they hide out in the mountains and stuff.
Well, yeah, I imagine being a slave would also make you pissed off. It seems like they just made him a little bit more pissed off.
So they go and they hide in the mountains, and Big E shows up and goes, "My son, it's time for you to go and actually, do the rest of the work that we're going to. We're going to take over the planet and move them right on along." And he's like, "I'm not leaving without my brothers. I'm not leaving without my comrades." And Big E's like, "I don't have time for this. I really don't care. So you can either come with me or you could, do what you do." And Angron's like, "Fuck you. I'm going to stay with them and die. I don't care. Fuck you. If I have to choose between this or you and leaving them, fuck you."
Yeah.
And Emperor's like, "All right," and he beams away. And he's just, and so like because like this is a big problem, big slave revolt. So all the factions on the planet are like coming after Angron and his guys, and they're whittling them down. And as he's right before they all get surrounded and destroyed, in the final big fight, Biggie beams him up to the ship.
Oh, what an ass!
Only him. So Angron's on the ship. And Big E's like, "Son, I know that you're going to be upset about this, but it's for the best." And he's just looking down at the planet, and he can see where his forces are just getting annihilated without him.
That's such a dick move.
And he goes, "You have taken everything from me. I am not your son. I am a ghost." And Big E goes, "A ghost will suffice."
Oh my god.
That's the coolest shit in the world. I think
no one's given Big E a mug. A best dad mug, I don't think.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Oh,
he's such a bad father, but I kind of love it. I can't help it.
Unpopular opinion, Emperor's kind of great.
Based Giga Chad. Based the Giga Chad. The original for all time Emperor Chad.
Oh,
I love it.
We may have to end the conversation there.
Yeah. That's perfect.
That's a great spot.